Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. We had a little bit of a scheduling conflict. We accidentally told what the paranormal that was in an hour from now instead of right now.
It was my fault.
So it's just following through with it, and she'll be in hopefully in a minute. So
She's on her way.
our bad. Sorry about that.
So my bad.
So while we're waiting for her, though, I want to give a shout out to everybody popping in. I want to start off with giving a shout out to Gene Darby becoming a member.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ronnie for becoming a member last night. I did a live stream where I was unsupervised, and so I talked for an hour and a half. Yeah, that happened. Had a lot to talk about though, so it was really cool. Got to hang out with you guys on the Saturday night, and
I'll have to go rewatch it.
And yeah, she didn't know about it, so there's a few conversations I had in there that I was like, I hope she don't get mad at me. But so she doesn't know if she's going to get mad at me yet or not. So we figured we'd do the show first before she got mad at me.
Yeah.
Just putting that out
There
there.
is that.
Shout out to Misty, to Jan's Life, to Trudy, to Bonnie, Melissa, Lisa. Yeah. So shout out to you guys and everybody else who's hopped in and was been hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, Amy from What the Paranormal should be popping in here soon, and we'll go from there.
Did you want to give them a heads up on what's happening later? Or?
Yeah, I was going to get there.
Oh, then I'll be quiet.
So while we're waiting for them to hop in, I want to give you guys a reminder that just the other day we were fortunate enough to hit. We were fortunate enough to hit 2,000 subs, and we were really excited. So we did a couple of different things. The first thing we did is we put up 2 polls on our community tab. One was to let you guys choose what location you wanted us to return back to, and then have us. Then the second poll was what you wanted us to do while we were there. And so both those polls are on our community tab, and by the end of the show, we're going to go ahead and pull them up, see what the totals are, and see where we're going to go and what we're going to do, all by your choice. Second thing we're going to also do is we are going to give away a prize today to a random selectee, a random person, whoever's in here. Yeah, there's English in there somewhere, so I'm pretty sure of that. And so what you need to do to get put on into the drawing is you need to go to the comment section of this video, not the chat, but the comments section of this video, and just leave a comment down there. And then at the end of the show, we'll run the generator and it'll automatically pick the winner. Be aware, it's US based only, unless you're willing to cover the shipping if it's outside of the States. Right?
Yeah.
She's a thinker, so I'm just trying to regurgitate what she told me. Yeah, that's how it works.
I'm waiting for the caffeine to kick in.
Yeah, me too. I had 2 cups of coffee instead of 1 today, so that was a little bit different. So I got a little bit more energy, and she has a little bit less energy. Kind of weird how that works. Marianne's mic is not hot.
Nope.
I could hear you through it.
Talking to it.
I could hear her. Can anybody else hear her?
I can hear you.
They can't hear you?
Not as much as you.
Woke up, Marianne.
Wake up. I know. I need to. It's been a couple of rough days, or rough sleeping days.
Okay, you talk for a minute. I'll be right back.
Talking. I can kind of hear myself. I probably just had too far away because I do that. I tend to kind of like let it slide, and then I play with the cord. It's just really not a good combo.
Yeah, both.
Well, I've got conflicting information. Oh, now I can really hear it.
Is that better?
Yeah. A little too low. I can hear you a little too low. Now it's clear.
Okay.
I think it's all right now. And I'm only basing that off of the fact I can hear myself. So.
Yeah, hopefully that helped. Shout out to some of our new mods as well.
We got new mods?
Yes, I didn't tell you that.
Hey.
Sorry.
Surprise.
We were doing our unsupervised live stream last night, and I realized we didn't have really any mods. So people volunteered, and I said, yay, select, boom, there you go.
Yeah, well, I guess it works.
So I showed them where to get our links from, and
Okay. Hey,
told them to
you
share
got trained
away.
and everything. Wow,
Mhm.
I missed a lot.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half of me rambling. It's always scary when I get on the camera without you supervising me. So anyway,
Your
My-
comments section's missing. That's weird.
that is weird.
I don't know what to tell you there.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so again, while we're waiting for Amy from What the Paranormal, I do have something I want to do real quick before I get squirreled and I forget. Wow, thank you.
Oh my goodness, thank you so
Heck yeah.
much. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. That's
That's
all I can say is thank you.
Gonna help put tank in the gas.
And comments was missing last night too. That is weird.
You can only comment after the live?
Interesting.
I didn't think so, but I'm not really
I know
sure.
the chats doesn't show up until after the live, but we'll have to check.
I've never actually gone to try that, I don't think.
Well, we'll let Amy pick. We'll put her on the spot.
Okay, we'll do that.
So we'll have her pick our fan. Okay, so it looks like Amy from What the Paranormal is here now.
Yay!
So I'm going to bring her in, and then I'll show Marianne her very special surprise. She don't know. Well, she kind of knows. But so without further ado, we introduce
What the Paranormal. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
I'm so sorry, you guys. This was totally my
okay.
bad.
It's okay. No problem.
I went through the email and I was like, why did I tell her that time? That's not even when we do it.
I happened to come and I just opened up the tab just so I could have it, going, and I was going to share it out and everything. And I was like, that says
That's
12
a
minutes.
different time.
So it's all good though.
Hey, we're grateful that you made it
Yes.
over here. So
I'll have
glad-
my camera on in a sec. Everybody's kind of getting their stuff and getting where they need to be. So
You're totally fine.
I get that. It takes me at least 45 minutes for me to get ready. So
Yeah.
all this beautiful hair. I'm just kidding. I'm totally not serious about that. So, just
now you're going to have us wondering if it really does take you 45 minutes to get ready.
No. Well, electronics and stuff, the equipment.
equipment wise, it takes me a minute.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
Especially when I'm constantly changing what microphones we're going to use. So there is that.
Yeah.
But
That's funny.
I know we just pulled you in, but I was getting ready to give Marianne one of her surprises. So
Nice.
you're going to be here while I show her prize. It's from one of our fans. I think she knows who it's going to be from, but here it is. You get a package. Congratulations. Yay.
Wow, that's cool.
Applaud.
Yay.
You'll have to set your mic down.
Okay.
I could see her trying to open the package with her microphone.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
not
working.
That's not gonna work.
So again, What the Paranormal, thank you for coming on our show. Sorry we haven't had you on sooner, but we have issues.
I'm glad to be here.
Now, we actually met up the very first time at Goatman's Bridge. You might want to move your microwave.
Microwave.
Move your microphone away from the packaging because it's getting really crackly.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry. I'm not good at this.
Is that
It's a big long box.
it's a stick of dynamite?
I really hope not, but I think I realize because I recognize the address. So, I'm so excited.
Okay, so I'll talk a little bit while you go through that 15 layers of tape on there.
I know.
So we met for the very first time in person at the Goatman's Bridge, right?
Yes. Yes.
Now, I think I scared you a little bit when we first got there. Because I
Yes.
jumped out of the car and I came hauling butt towards you. And I could tell a little bit of look on your face like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? So,
Well, it startled me anyway because we were looking actually for the Jeep or that y'all have. So we kept watching for that. And then we seen your car pull in and I was like, is that them or is that not? So I started to get out of the truck. And then here you come flying around the corner, and I was just like, "Oh, it's them."
yeah, I was trying to beat getting there and giving you the line about somebody helping us find the location. They were following to make sure we made it okay. I didn't want Zach to give it away before I actually got to at least set up the situation, you know, because oh, hey, okay, I think we got something to show here.
Okay.
You got your mask, your blindfold.
Oh, I got a blindfold?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'll.
Or we could just use it to gag you, wouldn't you? Okay. That's cool.
So am I really blindfolding myself?
No.
I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know either.
Okay.
There's something else in the box.
I'm just doing what you're telling me. So.
There's something else in the box.
Oh,
Check
nice.
that out.
Nice.
Oh wow! Look, it's got hearts all over it. Check that out. You see
Oh,
that?
there's those hearts.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Let's see.
Let's see the beauty.
Here we
Are you
go.
ready? Wow.
That is
That's
beautiful.
gorgeous.
It is.
Yeah.
Love it.
Someone's
Isn't that
going to
beautiful?
have protection now. She's walking in front because I don't know where that knife will end up if she doesn't.
That's sharp.
I've kind of set her up a couple of times. But did you notice? Did you notice what this is?
No. Look at that. It says love the journey.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that
Oh
cool?
my gosh. It's double-sided. I just blew out your eardrums, didn't I?
Yes, you did. That's
I can't
normal.
get it there. There.
I think they saw it.
Anyway. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it is. I don't even think you need a mic. That is very
Tells me
cool.
that all the time.
This was
Mhm.
handcrafted by.
Handmade.
Oops. I can't get the background.
Yep. It was handmade
Stop.
by Trudy.
Trudy's husband, Wes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he makes these all by hand, the whole entire thing.
Yep. He made mine as well, and I've actually shown it in a couple of episodes.
That is so awesome.
So that is
That's
very
great.
cool. So congratulations.
Snap is tight. It should stretch and be perfect. Hope you like how it turned out. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
4G knives.
Yes. That is so awesome.
And we're going to actually be probably taking that with us tonight, right?
We should.
We should.
We should.
You walk in front, though, because
I should.
I have my fears.
You should.
So, I do. I definitely have my
Well,
fears.
thank you. That was awesome. What an awesome surprise.
So sorry to squirrel on you there for a moment, but let's get back into what the paranormal. So again, we met up the first time. I freaked you out a little bit because I came barreling towards you. Because prior to that, you told us that you and Zach actually both told us that you guys have been swapping other content creators to do collabs with, but you guys had never actually worked together.
Right.
And so when we were getting ready to come meet you, we talked Zach into coming with us and surprising you. So was you surprised when you saw him pop out of that car?
I was very surprised. First off, I did not expect to see Zach coming out of a car like that. When you first talk to Zach, you just don't expect him to like drive a car like that and stuff. Not meaning anything, Zach, but now it just fits him. It suits him. But yeah, I actually was surprised. it was a good surprise. Very good surprise.
Mm-hmm. Now, a couple of people in there are asking who's Zach, and that's Rooted Expeditions.
Yeah.
So that's who we're referring to when we're talking about Zach, is Rooted Expeditions. So that was the first time you actually was able to collab with him and us, and
Yes.
you got to see me catch a bridge with the magnet fishing, which
I
was
did.
definitely interesting. I
That
caught
was
caught the bridge twice. I should have taken that bridge home. I earned it after that. But we also did some exploring in the woods, and then we went and did some more exploring in the other woods.
Mm-hmm.
And going back and going through that footage, though, we actually did pick up on things that I didn't really catch on to initially,
Right.
which was pretty surprising to me.
Yeah, there were.
Thank you, Exploring with Fluffy. That is awesome.
Oh,
I appreciate
hey.
you, and glad you could catch live too.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Love you, Fluffy.
Yeah, I also have to give another shout out to Fluffy because he actually helped push our channel out to help us get to the 2K subs.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
And congratulations for that as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
It's still a little bit of a euphoria because when we started this channel just to put a couple fun little videos out.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing we know, it's a full-time job. You know, we're getting close to having 200 videos out already, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
But so that experience we had when we were in the woods around the Goatman Bridge, I remember there was one moment when we were going through the pallet structure, whatever it was, and you were inside the pallet structure, and then and I don't know why, but at some point you had to turn around and you had to get out of there real quick. Can you tell me what happened there?
I'm not real sure what happened there. I started feeling dizzy. I started feeling like really flush. And it wasn't hot, that day, but I started feeling really flush, and normally I don't get those feelings. So when I do get them, I go, because I always say Lainey's the one that's so sensitive that she always gets like the attachments or something trying to attack her. But as soon as I start feeling it, I want to get out of there because to me, it feels like it's something stronger. Yeah. So it could have been the heat. It could have been the excitement. It could have been whatever, but I wasn't taking a chance on it. I just kind of wanted to get out in the open where I could breathe a little more. So, yeah.
Yeah. It could have been
didn't want to be in there.
Could have been the police cruiser too, because we did have that picture of us cuffed sitting on the floor by it. So could have been the police.
Yeah, I was dreading the assaults I was going to be getting after Zach's post.
Yeah, that was funny, but I think we blew the lid on that one pretty quick.
Yeah,
so.
It was all in good fun.
Thank you, Gene Darby. I
Before
appreciate
the attack started.
Yeah.
We also we did that little experiment where we took that speaker and we were playing the noises into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a point where it almost sounded like something responded back to us.
Yes.
Had you ever done anything like that before, or was that a first for you also?
No, we have been with the people that have done the calls and the whoops, and stuff like that. But as far as the speaker, I thought that was an amazing idea. It definitely got some responses. And even at one point in time, we kept saying, "Are you sure you didn't play that again?"
Yeah, I remember.
It almost sounded like it was mimicking the noises that were coming out of the speaker. So, no, we had never done anything like that, but I do plan on using that in the future. And I will give you all credit for that because that was a great idea.
Well, thank you.
It was interesting.
It's one of my unplanned moments I have because I'm very just by the moment, unsupervised or supervised.
Yeah,
we've had many conversations.
Well, it worked out great.
It did. Yeah. It did.
But
I think that started all of us too when we heard that response. We're like, "Whoa, that wasn't even coming from the same area. What the heck?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then everybody started asking me, "Was that you? Was that you?" And I was like, "Man, I wish I had the camera on me so people could see what I was doing at that exact moment." But I guarantee 100% it was not me. My phone was even in my pocket, I believe. So
as quickly as we all turned, we should have known it wasn't you because you couldn't have just in a split second put all that away. So it was so startling, and to have it actually happen, then it was just like, okay, we got to make sure, was it him? But it wasn't, and it was crazy. I loved it.
Yeah. That speaker worked really well too. Thank you, Misty.
Happy Sunday. There's learning quick. Nice. Very nice.
But yeah, I mean, for us, that experience, we had 4 content creators standing there side by side, doing what we do best, just exploring the paranormal, the whole 9 yards. I mean, we had TIPATV, What the Paranormal, Rooted Expeditions, and Hanging with Honey.
That was so cool.
You know, I mean, that was such a great experience, and we definitely are planning on coming back out because you resubscribed to our channel. So.
Yes, I did resubscribe to the channel. And I stopped putting black hearts up and only put red hearts up now. And yes, your deal hates me too. YouTube hates me.
YouTube hates everybody. I swear.
We get notifications or people telling us all the time they're not getting notifications, and I just don't know what to tell them. You know,
That's frustrating.
It's something on YouTube. The best thing I could recommend people to do is to sign up on our Facebook pages and sign up on our Instagram pages, because we promote the upcoming videos there as well.
Yeah.
And that way it's a little bit easier for them to catch the shows when if they're not getting notified. So it does make it a little bit difficult, but you know, we're doing what we can on our end to notify people and let people know what's coming on. Terry Wheeler.
My goodness, Terry.
Wow. You know what?
You're so sweet.
I'm falling behind on toilet paper, so I'll just give you the whole roll, and then you can just
in advance.
Yeah, you can just refund me after the show's over. Wow, thank you, Terry.
That works.
It's incredible.
I got the whole roll, y'all.
So one of the questions that has always been lingering in my head is, how did you come up with the name of your channel?
We went through a bunch of names, like several names, trying to come up with one. And like, we're constantly, when we're out on investigations, like if something would startle us back then, because before we even got on YouTube, we were out doing this stuff, and we would always say, what the, and you know, whatever word showed up behind it, it showed up. But, coming on to YouTube, we knew we couldn't put one of those words in there. So we just kind of left it a question mark, just so people could kind of fill in the blanks. That ended up biting us in the butt for the first year we were on here, because everyone called us What the Question Mark Paranormal. And so for a year we would say, you don't have to say the question mark. You can just say What the Paranormal. And so it took about a good year before people finally stopped putting the question mark. And everybody's like, well, why don't you just take that out? And I was like, no, that's what got a lot of people into our channel, was the uniqueness of the name. And so we just left it in. And so, but it's just something we always say. And if you watch our videos, you know, we're constantly saying it, and either bleeping or just we catch ourselves before, because now we're on video and there's proof of us saying it. So I do not always
There's evidence out there. There's always proof, especially when it hits the internet. That proof never goes away. So now one of your more recent videos I remember watching, I don't think it was a live stream, but it was one where you were at a bridge and you had the camera set up on, I guess it was the hood of your truck, and you were communicating with, I guess it was a child that was on the bridge, or where you had family members there with you, but they were staying off camera.
That one, we actually had our camera on the tripod at the end of the bridge. And the family was there. This was a young lady. She was, 25 when she was murdered? 20, I believe she was about 25 when she was murdered. And her husband had killed her, but there was so much going on with it just, I can't go into all of it because they don't want a lot of that out there, but
Right.
the father of the husband ended up being part of it, and he ended up going to prison. But the son, they found him on the year anniversary dead in his closet. But she had been murdered at their home and left for several days, and then they brought her out there to that park and buried her. And she was found I believe it was about another year and a half later, because they had an anonymous tip telling them where she was. So the family had watched James's video, and at that time they weren't happy about it. They had commented and said, you know, we don't appreciate y'all doing that. We didn't even go there for that purpose. We just happened to stumble across her cross and memorial that was there. We were there for something totally different. But then about a year later, the family had watched both of our videos, and they contacted him and asked him if we would be willing to come up there and do another one, because they were hearing family names. They were hearing all kinds of stuff. And once they sat down and actually listened to it without the anger, you know, the anger part of it, they were able to hear that she was trying to come through. And so wanted to be there. They didn't want to be on camera due to legal things. But yeah, it was amazing to see and to have firsthand there saying, yeah, that's a name. We know she's asking for her mom. That's her mom's name, you know, and stuff. So it was amazing to be a part of that. And it makes everything else we do so worth it. So
that's incredible.
Yeah.
I got chills. I've got chills everywhere.
It's definitely a big deal when you know you can help somebody out.
Yeah.
I think that's a reason why a lot of people actually get in the paranormal field. I mean, I say a lot, but some people just go in for the thrill. Some people just go in for the validation. But the ones who really stick with it, they're going into it to actually help people that need help from somebody who's capable of providing the help in a realistic sort of way. So, I mean, kudos to you, and kudos to the fact that you went out there and you gave them a little bit more to help ease their mind about the situation. Aside from that, what would you say is probably one of your most emotional cases you've had to date?
I think besides Heather's Bridge, we go out there a lot. That was a 16-year-old girl that was killed out here, not far from our house. We go out there a lot. And that one does get emotional because a lot of times, you know, we'll get stuff like don't leave, or, you know, like she wants us to stay there with her and we can't. But I think the most emotional one was the Concho Indian School. This was a school where Native American children were taken away from their homes. They were brought to the school and they were taught to be white. They cut their hair off. They told them they couldn't speak their native tongue. And they would just abuse them so bad. And just the stories, the research on this one was what was so heartbreaking. But then actually getting there and feeling the energy and the anger. It wasn't so much sadness. It was anger. And you could feel all that. And so, yeah, I think that's probably one of the most emotional places we've gone to. And anyone that goes there that we take there, they say the same thing, that you can just feel the high energy there. And the kids definitely let you know they're there, because a lot of kids did lose their lives there. So, but yeah, it's an emotional place.
Yeah, any of our moderators in that chat, if you can go find the link to that video she's referring to, please feel free to grab it and drop it in the chat panel so anybody who hasn't seen it can go back and watch it after the stream is over. So if you can do that for us, that would be great.
Awesome.
With how long had you been doing paranormal to date? I mean, how many years would you say you've been involved with it?
I've been doing paranormal since I was 17. And which I grew up with it. My family's Native American. My grandfather was a dreamer. My mom was a dreamer. There's so many different gifted people in my family. So I kind of grew up with it, but I didn't pay attention to it. That was like normal for us. So it's not something I like wanted to go research or anything else. But then when I was 17, I did something stupid, and we did a big seance, and the whole Ouija board thing and everything. And we did it for several nights in a row because we thought we were talking to a young boy. It ended up not being a young boy. It ended up being something very demonic. But we had so much happen to us because of that I wanted to learn more. And it was stuff that my family didn't like want anything to do with, like the demonic stuff like that. They were all like just the spiritual part of it and all that. They didn't want to dive into the negative parts of it. And so I had to do a lot of research and learning on my own with that. So that's when I really got into it, was then. So that's it's a lot of years. I'm not going to say exactly how many, but it's a lot of years.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say how many years, not the year you started. So when you started when you're 17, so you've been in. So you've been into it for. So you've been into it for 3 years, right? You started when you were 17. You're now 21. So 3 years is a long time to be doing this kind of stuff. So.
I knew if I gave the actual number, they could like deduct and figure out my real age. Shut over there.
Have your own fan crowd going on in the studio over there, huh? That's pretty interesting.
Lord.
Well, your channel's been going for quite a while, and honestly, the first time I remember seeing your channel name was when there was a lot of how do I put this in a non...
I don't know what you're going to say.
Well, there was a big explosion about some content creators, and certain creators were coming out and talking about the situation. I think that was the first time I saw you, is because you were on there in that video talking about your experience of the situation and everything else as well. I don't want to get into all that. I honestly don't think it's my place or any of my business to get into all that. But did that... I am curious if that affected your channel at all when all that took place, or did it not really do anything different for you?
It really didn't do anything different from it for us. Honestly, no. We didn't have any backlash or any. Good. But a lot of people had already known what our part of the situation was. So ones that didn't know us, they could care less.
Yeah, I see.
It wasn't about us. It was about the other people that they knew. And so the people that did know us, they knew all the stuff that we had already gone through and dealt with. Like our channel getting completely taken away from us. It was hijacked. And so I think they all understood why we said our part. But as far as everybody else, I don't think they really cared. Honestly, it was just,
But that's a blessing,
it is.
Just
yes,
it is.
That's a blessing.
But it's also really an eye opener about situations like that. And what I mean about that is a lot of people say, and I don't mean content creators, but I mean just people in general. A lot of people say, oh, I don't care about drama. I don't get into that. I don't watch that. But when something explodes, all of a sudden the numbers go up like crazy.
Oh yeah.
All these people that don't want to have anything to do with drama, suddenly they're glued to it and they want to see what's going to happen next and who's going to say what next.
Exactly.
And it stirs up the pot even more because I'm just coming to see what happens next. It's like
that's exactly how it goes.
And so sometimes it's just a matter of just not really saying much about it, or just saying that happened. Here's my information. Now I'm never going to talk about it again.
Right.
And so I think that kind of helps stifle a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
Now we was honored enough to come out to the last the reunion, YouTube reunion.
That was so cool.
that was an amazing experience. We got to meet up with a lot of really cool people, including yourself and a lot of other content creators there that were there. But I was a little surprised when that video came on with that special gentleman who made the video for us.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say who it was or not, but
Yeah, you
Yeah, it was live streamed.
yeah, you can.
okay. But to have Omar Gosh put a video together to address all the content creators that were there and share his input and his peace of mind of some of the stuff that he struggled with and some of the things he still struggles with, that was huge because probably like a lot of other content creators, he influenced us to start our channel.
Exactly.
Probably not in the same way as a lot of other people because we're odd. True story.
I'll go with that.
We are odd because the way he influenced our channel was the fact that she had to turn off her camera to laugh at us. So we could still
I
laugh.
had to turn it off so I could do something real quick.
But what actually initiated our channel was the fact that we were sitting there one night watching one of Omar's videos where he was out doing a randonauting, him and James. And they ended up at a playground that was right next to a cemetery. And they were at this playground at night doing different things that they were doing there. We made it halfway through that video, paused the video, downloaded the app, grabbed the camera, ran out the door, and just started filming. We didn't even finish watching the episode.
Yeah.
But we weren't expecting it to be much more than just us running out and having a little bit of fun and sharing it with 10 or 15 people that would actually watch the video. Last thing we expected was to hit 1,000 subscribers in the first month. That kind of gave us a little bit of a sticker shock. Like what just happened? How did that happen? What did we do? But we got lucky at the beginning, but since then we're putting full time into having a YouTube channel. We're putting in the hard work, and it is really an eye opener to realize what all it takes.
Oh yeah.
To be a content creator on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a lot of editing for other YouTubers prior to it, so they would send me the footage. I'd put it together to the way they wanted it. I'd shoot it back to them and move on to the next one. But kind of doing the whole 9 yards, from getting ready to going out to filming to coming back to putting the video together in a way that's entertaining, to promoting and marketing, and then learning about how important it is for the viewers to share our videos and to hit that thumbs up on our video and to comment on it and to watch the videos all the way through, and how important all these little factors are behind every time they hop into a YouTuber's video, how important it is to do all those different steps. Because prior to that, honestly, I was not very, it was not very common when I'd even bother hitting the thumbs up. It wasn't very common when I'd bother hitting subscribe. It wasn't very common when I would actually comment on anything, because I always felt like if I commented, it would get lost in the pool of other people's comments. And so what's the point? Nobody's ever going to read it, But now I'm learning that that's not the case. A lot of people do actually still read each and every one of those. Thank you, Lynn and Seth's Adventures.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
What was that?
Oh, I was just telling Lynn hi, and I love her.
Oh. But for all of us content creators out there, expressing the importance of our fans and our followers and everybody who's supporting us, educating them on the simple little things like watching the video all the way through actually helps our channel a lot more than just watching it halfway through or for just 5 minutes and then clicking out.
Oh yeah.
That makes a huge difference. Interacting, leaving comments underneath the videos, hitting that thumbs up, all those really do make a huge difference. And coming from being a viewer's perspective to a content creator's perspective, it was definitely an eye opener that I never really thought made that big of a difference.
I didn't either.
So what are some of the things that you've learned that has helped you communicate things like that with your viewers more?
I think the best thing for any of us to do is just to be honest with them. A lot of people, we've gotten lucky. I think when YouTube first started, you had fans, and that's all you had. You had fans. Now we have fams, and a lot of these people would go to bat for you no matter what. And you get to know everyone. One good thing about growing slow, I hear a lot of people get frustrated because they're not growing fast enough. One good thing about growing slow is you build a community around you who is going to support you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can be honest with them about stuff like that. We do put so much money, time, and effort into the videos. Every one of the content creators do that. And a lot of people don't even realize how much goes into it. They think it's just, we're not actors. We can't just walk into a building and they say action and we do our bit and then we get to go home and everybody else does everything else for you. Share it out, promote it. We have to do it all. And so being honest with your family that's on here, your supporters, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with letting them know that, hey, if we're going to go out and we're going to put this much into this for you, please show support, and watch the video, hit the like, share it out. Because in the end, YouTube is a free platform that you get to watch videos on. However, for creators, it is not free for us to put videos up. We can put them up for free, but we cannot make them for free. So
no,
you just have to be honest with them. And most of the time, honesty goes a long way.
I absolutely agree, and it sounds like Marianne does too.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, from the very beginning to getting there to what you're going to do when you're there. There's a lot of planning, a lot of prep. You don't just turn the camera on and run. I mean, sometimes it works that way. Sometimes you turn the camera on and you just run and you just go, depending on if you're doing like Randonautica or if you're doing Scaranoia or,
30-minute alone
challenge, But a lot of these haunted locations, you kind of have to know where you're going. And if you're going to take certain pieces of equipment there with you, and it's gas, it's time, it's energy, it's time is money, editing.
Yeah, we all know about how fun editing can be.
Yes.
Fortunately, that's my passion, so I enjoy doing the editing part. Sometimes I find it's easier to edit other people's footage than to edit my own.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm willing to cut.
I'm willing critic, so editing your own footage is totally different.
Well, I'm willing to cut out more things that don't fit the story that you're trying to tell when it's somebody else's footage.
Exactly.
Sometimes I'll get a pretty shot and say, "Oh, that's such a pretty shot. I want to leave that in there, even though it really doesn't help the story along at all."
Exactly. I understand that completely.
But yeah, I mean, YouTube. I've also seen a lot of people say once they hit monetization that they would complain about how much YouTube takes of the monetization and everything else. But YouTube is a business as well. You think about the amount of people that they have running it. You think about the equipment that they have to have running it. The amount of people that are uploading videos every minute of every single day. I mean, the database on how many videos are on YouTube right now would be astronomical.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be scary. And
absolutely.
I don't know if you know this, but I actually learned this a while back. When you take a video and you upload it to YouTube, YouTube takes that video and they create like 20 different copies of that video. And they do it with different resolution sizes. They do it with different aspect ratios for all the different devices that people watch YouTube on. So every one video you upload, YouTube creates 20 copies of it.
No, I did not know that.
So depending on the device you're watching it on, YouTube chooses which copy of this video best suits that device. So think about that for a minute. So you think of all the videos that are on YouTube right now and then times it by 7.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought.
but it does make sense.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Now, just recently too, that I saw that you actually met up with Omar and you filmed an episode. Were you out at the Goatman Bridge with him as well?
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Right, yep. They had a redo on that.
had a redo.
Well,
Yes.
it's their story. I'll let them tell that.
Okay. Well, please explain.
So yeah, that's you have those places where you're constantly telling people, you need to come see this place, you need to come see this place. And I've been talking to Omar about this place for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally comes and we finally go out there and there is 25 million mosquitoes everywhere out there. And they were both amazing. They both, for a while you can only take it so much before you start like going nuts like we did.
Yeah.
But yeah, Omar did an amazing job of like just watching him create was totally different. I can go out and film 100 places and just in the couple of hours we were there, I learned so much because there's so many things, him being on this platform for what, 13, 14 years now, compared to before, and seeing the things that he's learned, it opened my eyes a lot too. But yeah, that was a horrible mistake going to the Goatman's Bridge at that moment. And I definitely want to take them out there when it's not mosquito season. We never had that. We had that issue one time, and I believe George and April were with us, right? Or was it? No, George and James. George and James were with us, and we got attacked by mosquitoes as well. But I never expected that. So yeah, it was still an amazing time, but the mosquitoes they ruined. They ruined us that day.
Yeah, those little bloodsuckers, they do that. Funny story about Omar though. So it seems like we're always one step ahead of them. And I don't mean on YouTube, I mean in real life. So as a lot of people on our channel know, we actually stayed at the Clown Cottage when we were doing our May trip and we were in Florida.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't have the opportunity to meet up with them there while we were staying at the cottage. But then after we came back, we went to Texas. And then a week later, he went to Texas. And then we saw he was in Nevada. We shot him a message saying, hey, if you're coming through Utah, shoot us a message. We have some locations for you. He said that he didn't think you'd be going through Utah. A day or so later, he's 20 minutes down the road from us.
Oh, no.
And it's like, you're 20 minutes down the road. We could have totally taken him to a couple of places.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to Colorado, hang out with George TV the Fam, come back, and then guess what? A week later, he's standing there at George TV's house. It's like,
yeah.
Do we need to take a week off so we could actually cross paths finally?
Go ahead of him.
Right. Usually it's you're chasing him, not ahead of him, We did message him a few times, but I think it's probably really hard for anybody to get a hold of him directly that he doesn't know or that doesn't know anybody. So we understand that we're probably not even a blip on his radar right now, but we're gonna keep messaging
he actually
him.
Does know who y'all are. I had mentioned that with the last time we were at the Goatman's Bridge was with TIPATV and with Rooted Expedition, and he did say that y'all had just rented the Clown Cottage and stuff, so he did know your name and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he pays attention. Cool. He pays attention a lot more than people thinks he does, but yes, he did know who y'all were.
I'm surprised with the amount of people that come across his path. I mean, there's a lot of people that come across his path. So
yes,
that's cool to hear. We'll keep sending him messages, and maybe one day I just want to talk to him off air. I just want to pick his brain and say, how can we improve our channel? What can we do to deliver more to the viewers so they enjoy it more? And but he probably gets asked that 1,000 times as well. We did actually have the honor of talking with Jody and Dean from The Hunting Dead.
Yes, I love Jody.
We know some of our fans were not happy about that because they're not real fond of him. But when we did the stream with him, he seemed really down to earth. He was opening up. He was sharing really good information with us and giving us really good advice. You know, and a lot of these content creators, the bigger ones, I'm starting to recognize they're actually really cool people.
Right.
At least the ones that I've came across or heard about. You know, taking the time to hop in and just answer some questions for us and things like that is just really amazing. And I could say the same thing about you. I could say the same thing about Rooted Expeditions. I could say the same thing about Rochelle G. I mean, you guys all welcomed us into the group the first day you talked to us. I mean, the first time we were on your show, it was that Parapalooza, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yes.
And we were stoked. We're actually going to be able to talk to What the Paranormal. Yay, this is going to be fun. What are we going to say? Hell, I don't know. We're just going to wing it. And so we did. We just winged it.
That was awesome. It was way awesome.
Yeah, and it did. It opened up a whole new world for us. And so, you know, I did an unsupervised live stream last night, and I was just telling all the people that are supporting us how much we appreciate them, and you know, just kind of explaining a lot of different variables in that aspect as well. We just purchased a trailer, a small 19-foot trailer, because we're going to be doing another trip across the country. Granted, I'm going to have to do some work to the trailer first, but we're going to be pulling that along behind us this time, because when we took the car the first time, there was more often than not we were sleeping in the car at night in rest stops, and poor Marianne's ankles swelled up the size of grapefruits.
Just
and so it was just not a good situation. So we got the trailer so we could pull it along behind us and actually going back and have somewhere to lay flat and get some sleep.
Some blood flow going in those legs.
And have some coffee in the morning.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't hurt. I was really grateful because it looked like it really did hurt. It didn't hurt, but you get really weak ankles, and it's hard to, you know, when you need to run, you need to run.
You need to run.
I can't run with my feet that big.
You only have to run faster than the slowest person.
Or be able to trip them without it being caught on camera.
Yes.
At that point, I don't care if it was caught on camera. I'm the editor. So
true. If something's following you, it's going to be their camera that's going to catch you anyway. So
I think we'll be safe. But I know that you just recently hit yourself. You hit 7,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
That's so awesome.
That is definitely an achievement. We're striving to hit that achievement someday.
You will.
Right now, we're just trying to catch up with Rooted Expedition, because he's like,
yep, and Rochelle G, they're neck and neck on theirs. But you've put in a lot of work. I mean, you've really done a lot for your channel, and that's awesome. It speaks volumes. You can see all the hard work there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys have done great.
Now, I know there's not a lot of questions popping up in the chat yet, and if there are, I'm sorry that I missed them. I want to go back and I want to give a shout out to everybody who signed up as members on our channel. Thank you for doing that. Everybody who dropped us super chats and super stickers, thank you for doing that, because that's definitely going to help us as well. But I want to open up the floor, so if you guys have questions too, we could drop those questions as well. And just ask any questions you have, and she'll answer them if she feels like they're appropriate to answer. Gene Darby said, Marianne, you ran pretty fast out of that creepy Ouija board tunnel.
Yeah, I was out of there. My ankles were not swollen then either, because we were in Utah. But yes, I was booking it. I was gone. I'm out.
Yeah, I was the slowest one in that episode because I was behind her picking up all the equipment she was dropping.
Yeah, I was kind of littering my equipment as I was leaving.
Yeah. At one point, I saw the light just kind of spin off in the snow, and I was like, "Okay, well, I got the light. Don't worry about it." But with that said, we did a contest when we hit not really a contest, but we did a thing when we hit 2,000 subs where we put up on our community tab 2 posts. One post was wherever the our viewers wanted to see us go back to. So one of our original videos, some of the locations we went to where they wanted to see us go back to. I'm going to pull that up right now. Add to stream.
Right,
now I
see.
can't read this very well, but it's there.
Can we make it full screen?
Boom. There we go.
Oh.
Well, now I just can't see the chat, but
Well, it's temporary.
let me swing this mouse over here. It's the joy of running 4 monitors. So down below the location you want us to return to, then head to the next poll underneath and let us know what you want to do there. So the first one we got was
Ghost Trail.
the Haunted Ghost Trail. The next one we got was just a random
Not a place.
Yeah,
It's,
anywhere.
Okay.
The tunnel where we where the Love the Journey graffiti came from.
Okay.
And if you don't know what that means, this logo in the top right corner up here, that logo actually was graffitied inside of a tunnel. We took a picture of it, pulled the logo off, and then we turned it into our logo. So I did clean out some of the naughty words that was in it, but that's where we got that logo from. So we have that one. The tunnel where you can catch the thick cow.
That would be the Ghost Trail tunnel.
The cow was tagged 2020. So that tells you anything. The location you find the scariest, the place that is your favorite so far. I'm a tunnel fan, and I'm assuming that's a Ghost Trail tunnel. The tunnel, haunted railroad, and haunted tunnel.
Okay.
So it looks like a viewer's choice for us to return back to is going to be the
Haunted Ghost Rail Tunnel.
Haunted Ghost Rail Tunnel. So what are we going to do at the Haunted Ghost Rail Tunnel? So the number 1 choice was Arandonautica Scaranoia.
We can do that.
We can do that around the tunnel, but I don't think it's going to take us inside the tunnel. So if we put that as a secondary, we could do a necrophonic session in the tunnel because that was number 2.
Yep.
And then while we're there, then we could pull up the Randonautica or Scaranoia app.
I like that.
And do an explore.
I like that. I like that.
So I think that will be our choices. 4 monitors. Gotta love it.
I know, right? I'm like, where did it go?
Okay.
There you are.
So
okay.
With that said, we have the official Haunted Ghost Rail Tunnel. That's where we're going to be going. We're going to do the necrophonic and spirit box, even though that was rated number 2, and we will also do the Randonautica and Scaranoia. So all those put together, sounds like they have a good idea for what we're going to be doing next.
All right.
Maybe if we can get the trailer fixed, we can even park the trailer out there and make it an all-nighter type thing. We do have a trailer now.
Yeah.
So just putting that out there.
We could.
Also, we were doing a giveaway for our 2000, and apparently something kind of got foobarred in our plans because we didn't realize how this worked. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you what we're going to be giving away, and anybody who wants to be added into this giveaway contest, originally we're asking you to put a comment down in the comments below this video, but apparently it's not letting you do it until the live stream is over. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask Amy to scroll through the chat up and down real fast and randomly just pick a name. Okay. And whoever's name that is, that's who we're going to be sending this to. Just be aware, US based people, shipping is free. If you're outside of the US and you still want it, we may ask you to help cover some of the shipping because it can get expensive. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So before we ask Amy to pick the winner, let's show you guys what we're going to be giving you.
Yeehaw. All right.
No, we're not giving you her. I'm just kind of doing this number. You get your own Marianne.
All right. So we've got that.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And that.
So we're going to be signing both of these. So you can have a signed copy of them. The TIPATV Love the Journey picture and the picture of us at the Pinwheel Cemetery We will sign that. And we will
Yeah.
shoot it off to you. We're going to have Amy randomly scroll up and down the list and pick somebody. When she drops that name, hopefully we can catch whoever's still watching, hopefully, and have you send us your information so we know where to send this to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good luck, everybody.
are you ready, Amy?
Yes, I'm going to close my eyes.
Okay.
So it's fair.
See,
So
she's not
nobody
cheating.
thinks I'm cheating.
Yep.
And I'm
No,
scrolling
there
with
you
my
go.
left hand, so there's no telling where I'm scrolling. Okay, and
She'll be like clicking on something random.
here, let me take a picture so y'all can see.
Okay.
I'm not a cheater.
No.
Y'all might think I'm cheating because of this name.
Just don't accidentally log out. That's all I ask.
Mhm.
It's Michigander man, and his
Hey,
comment was,
Michigander
"I'm
man."
missing a monkey wrench."
Well, hey, we will give you an extra gift. So, Michigander man, if you're still in the chat, comment below that you're still in the chat.
I think he just left like a minute ago because he had to go back to work.
Oh,
Okay.
So does he
Well,
have to be here to win?
Well, he was here when you picked it.
Yeah.
We'll have him email.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to get a hold of him if he's not still in here. And yeah, later on I'll go back and try to give him a wrench because I don't see his name right off the bat. So, and I don't want to spend the next 20 minutes staring at the screen. So yeah, all we have to do is get a hold of Michigander man, let him know if he wants these pictures. We'll send them off to him signed and ready to go. We did have a lot of requests. Again, we've been having requests lately about when we're going to do our next auction.
Mm-hmm.
And we've also been told that there's some people that have things that they're going to contribute to the auction. We have Come Hither with Heather, who's going to send us some food from
Australia.
That we're going to put on the auction block.
Some of it I'm keeping myself. I'm just telling you.
She's going to send out. She's sending duplicates of everything for
That's
that
true.
reason. So she may keep it anyway. Just saying.
I'll share.
And we had some other people that said that they were going to contribute to the auction as well. So we are working on putting that auction together. We know a lot of people are really wanting us to do another one. Trudy said she'd take it easy this time because she was beating everybody out on just about everything. But Come Hither with Heather was really getting her too. TIPATV, Rob. Sorry, I just saw this one here. Rob wanted to come on your show and be interviewed. Well, that's Michigander man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, well,
we'll be emailing him anyway.
Yeah, let's get him on the show. When is TIPATV coming to Illinois? Working on that. We just get the trailer fixed, raise enough money to cover our gas so we can make the trip, and then we're making the trip. Maybe fixing the trailer first. That would probably be good.
Yeah, there's small little leaks that we don't need to have.
Trudy said, well, it's mine now. Misty Bowers, my postcard art is on the block too. Buyer's choice. So Misty Bowers does do a lot of postcard art. We've showed some of them in our past streams and everything as well. So we definitely put that together also. There was something else. Oh, I did want to point out, I don't have it up, but we do have a new design on our Teespring account. A lot of our fans started doing a series of emojis for us. They would do the heart, the owl, and the toilet paper. So we actually have a line on our Teespring account now that has the heart, the owl, and the toilet paper on shirts and on mugs and stuff. So if you guys want to order one of those, that would be great. And I think we're expecting somewhat the paranormal shirts in the mail here soon, aren't we?
I think so.
Yeah, I heard a rumor about that.
I heard a rumor too.
They should be there. I think Monday. I think, don't quote me on it, but I think last time I checked, Monday.
We'll watch out for it.
So this logo right here, that's the logo you're going to see on the shirts. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. The fans came up with it and they started rolling with it, and we were like, hey, I love it. So we're also working on some other designs as well. So I did see another post here. Hey guys, if you're needing your footage or videos edited for YouTube or anything else, you can reach out to TIPATV. That is true. If you guys need help with editing and stuff like that, I do editing for other creators as well. So at a reasonable rate, you know, I can't do everything for free because, well, I do enough free for me. So because our videos are free to watch.
And we like to eat.
And we like to eat. Yeah, food is good. Do we have a date for the auction yet? We do not. Not yet, but we are definitely working on it and trying to get it put back
It'll
together.
probably be on one of the Sunday fam chat slots.
And
but don't quote me on that either.
And a lot of people, again, they're saying that they're not getting notifications when we're doing our videos and when we're not doing our lives. I can't control what YouTube is doing. I don't know why YouTube is having a hard time notifying everybody, or I don't know what's going on. But we do have a Facebook page. We also have an Instagram page. Are those the two primary pages we're working on, or is there a third one?
I'm sorry, I got lost reading a comment. Could you repeat that? I was reading someone's comment.
We have a Facebook page.
Yes, we do.
We have an Instagram page.
Yes, we do.
Is there a third one?
We have Twitter.
Is this your job?
Is this her job? I heard that in the background.
Oh, no. She's talking to her dad.
I'm fired.
Yeah. And yeah, we're also going to be doing something on our family vlog channel, our TIPATV family vlogs, where we're going to be showing more of the rebuilding of the trailer and how we're going to be fixing it up and redesigning it, that whole 9 yards.
That's awesome.
Maybe it depends. I mean, because we're estimating it's going to take anywhere from 1,000 to about 1,500 to completely redesign the whole thing. So it might be after our trip. It just depends on how
everything goes.
Yeah. So we might just be driving with the holy trailer.
Yes.
Hope it doesn't rain, and if it does, then we get a shower in bed.
Oh, no.
We also came up with a cool name for the trailer. And again, if you haven't seen the family vlog channel, go over there and subscribe to the family vlog. But we're calling it Omnion, right? Because of what we saw inside, you looked it up.
Yeah. I've been calling it the Beast, but yeah, Omnion works because it's already listed on the trailer.
Yeah. So it was originally called the Companion, but half the letters fell off. So now it says Omnion. So it's our Omnion trailer. And
if you Google it, it's actually a thing. I didn't know that. I had to Google it. That it's actually a thing.
That fits. So, yeah, Trudy and her husband even offered that.
Wasn't that sweet?
They're going to come down and help us fix the trailer when we're ready to skin it and
skin it, hang it and skin it and gut it.
So first thing you have to do is skin it.
That sounds so awful.
Then replace the bad parts, and then
that sounds like a horror movie in the making.
Then put a skirt on it. That's how it rolls.
There's that.
Sorry. Yes, thank you to everybody who's been doing modding today, everything like that. Definitely appreciate it. I know it's new for a lot of you, but you guys are killing it. Misty says buy a plastic tarp big enough to cover the top and use it just in case of rain. That doesn't really help a whole lot because the condensation still gets through the plastic and it still gets the wood wet, which still creates problems.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Well, it's best.
But good idea.
Yeah.
I get your thinking.
Yeah, I've been obsessing on YouTube on how to fix these trailers, and it's really not that complicated. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
So anyway, Amy, what the paranormal? It was amazing to have you on the show finally. I would love to actually have you back and talk more about other aspects of what the paranormal and how you've helped the community so much and how you've helped all these other content creators so much. Push the ones that dropped off back on, motivate the other ones, and inspire others. I would love to get you back on the show sometime, and we could really dive into a lot of that. If you're
we definitely love to.
All right.
She will stalk you.
And and next time we'll give you the correct time.
And day.
I got really lucky that you were available because I messed up.
It's not a problem at all. It happens. It happens. Believe me, I know.
And as Terry Wheeler says, Amy is
Yes, she
awesome.
is.
Nobody will ever argue that. And if they do, they have a whole army of people ready to tear them apart. No drama, though. We'll tear them apart with kindness.
Exactly.
So, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Congratulations to Michigander, man.
Yep.
Thank you for everybody telling us we're going back to the Ghost Trail Cemetery to do a necrophonic / spirit box session. And we're going to do a Randonautica / Scaranoia episode there as well. We're going to make that happen. We're going to get that video out to you guys here soon. Thank you for becoming members. Thank you for the super chats, super stickers. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing. Thank you for being you. Thank you for putting up with me. Am I good? Did I cover everything?
That sounds pretty good.
Okay. Now I'm going to let her do the closeout.
Wait, what?
Mic drop.
Sounds
Mic
like
drop.
you just did. We love you. That's all I got to say. We're really grateful to have you here. And thank you so much to Amy and Layne from What the Paranormal. It was an honor and a pleasure as always. And we will go talk to you guys later.
Bye, everyone. Thank y'all.